chat and make it clear for everyone. But here we go. Sangal getting us underway on the T side with 4 flashes in total. Just the 1 smoke on engine. And Sensei is on that P250 as well. We've seen Sensei do some ridiculous stuff in a couple of Sangal games I have casted actually in recent times. That will be the deep CT smoke coming in there. So they only need the 1 smoke when you use that particular one for the cross. It will eventually be thrown in. They spot 1 in towards CT, but Major already, he's been a king on the pistols as of late. You may remember that P250 ace that he got on Nuke the other day. And he's already got himself 2 entries. That is a beautiful start for him. Soulfly will get 1 as well. Makes it a 5 versus 2. I mean, there's not really much Rals and Faven can do here. You'd imagine that Faven with that defuse kit, honestly, we'll try and save it into the next round. They're falling back toward B, so that's exactly what they're going to do. Rals has, I believe, 100 Kevlar. He does. So he'll be able to buy a 350 helmet in the next round if Sprout do choose to force, which I'm sure they will. That will be Sangal getting off to the best start possible. As I said, it looks like it's Dust 2, Inferno, Mirage, the 3 classics of Counter-Strike. But, as I said, I am not sure as of yet who has picked what. I will be able to let you know as soon as it's updated. Hopefully it won't be too long before that information will come through. But it's already Sangal with an excellent start. Taking the pistol, then I just need to overcome the force buy for Sprout, of course. The helmet will be bought in for Rals. And he's got himself an MP9 as well, so it's MP9 is basically an M4, close range. So Sangal needs to be careful in this round. They've got 2 MAC-10s. Sensei is on a scout of his own to face off against Slaxes. But there are a couple of AKs as well, so it should not be a problem. Hopefully it's not too long before we unpause, and we have done just that, and we can get back underway once again. I will try my best to update my command for you on the run while we continue this game. Already. Flashes are coming in toward B. Sangal are going to rush in with the MAC-10s. Paz jumping around with that MAC-10. He's up against that MP9 though, and that's going to be an easy opener for Rals. A bit of team damage coming in as well, but Soulfly actually manages to hit that headshot anyway. Rals is somehow still alive in that corner. Gets himself another frag. Reduces it to a 2 versus 2, and even a 4th for Rals. Wow, what a defense from him. That looked like he could only go 1 for 1 in that situation, but somehow he's got 4 kills. He's recovered an AK-47 as well. Major completely disconnected from the action. Got 1 frag of his own, but still, the bomb is dropped on the B site. This is still a very winnable clutch for him, though. Spiddy on the scout does not have armor, so he's pretty squishy. And Rals, of course, is 1 bullet away as well. Spiddy just patrolling the doors right now, looking for the pixel gap, waiting to spot Major, and he gets the frag anyway. Obviously, just the 1 hit needed with the scout, as Major wasn't full HP. And the Sprout will hit straight back, mostly thanks to that MP9 of Rals doing ridiculous work there on the back of the B site. 4 kills for him. As going for the duel toward long, the Deagle. Of course, the force battle has started. He wins it in the end. Cressy will go straight down. That is a beautiful start for Sangal in this round. Unfortunately, Paz has taken quite a bit of damage for that frag, but still. Sprout will group up toward middle. In fact, they have basically 3 players around that position trying to defend against possibility of Sangal creeping up the short position. But at the moment, they're going to be looking for a split toward A by the looks of it. We've got 2 players toward lower tunnel looking to advance toward Xbox with 3 now toward long for Sangal. What can they do with this push? They'll check the close angle, and it's cleared out beautifully by Slax. 2 frags for him. A tag by Rals as well, which means Slax to their 3rd, and it's really the MP9s doing work early on for Sprout. Just Paz remaining. He did get that opening frag, but that's about it. And Rals will finish him off. So Paz goes down, and Sprout will take the lead back straight away. I will quickly, I'll just quickly tab out, guys. So don't worry, the sound is not broken. It's just the, this is what happens when I tab out. I'll update my command for you to show the maps, but the picks aren't necessarily confirmed yet. I mean, going by the pick rate alone, I would say this is probably Sprout's pick, but it's still obviously not 100% confirmed yet. We have a Glock round, of course, so I will actually tab out for this one. As it should not be too much of an issue. You'll be able to see it still, of course, but the maps now will be updated for you. Dust 2, Inferno, and Mirage picks to be confirmed. And hopefully that is updated successfully. As soon as I know those picks, I will obviously get straight back to you on that one. Paz has managed to at least get one frag on this Glock round. But that's it. Yeah, he's managed to recover the MP9, so if he gets a cheeky frag with that, it's a little bit of money recovered, of course, but obviously the problem is the fact that the MP9 at long range is very hard to get right. You can see that Sprout will want to finish this round without taking any more losses. Sensei will luckily get around that corner, spotted by the player toward middle, though, as they head up cat. 50 seconds to go. We have a little bit of a run boost coming in towards short as well. In goes Sensei with the Glock. Gets vaulted over. But Spiddy's going to be here to clean up his last remaining players. In the end, it's just 2. Cressy steals the last. And Sprout will complete that round and make it 2-3-1. Slax has his AWP on the CT side, and Sensei has his on the T side as well. So we're now ready to go for our first full buy round in this game. Major is on the Krieg, which can be a very powerful gun still, despite the nerf it had actually over a year ago now, which is pretty crazy to think about. It's still pretty powerful on a map like Dust 2, so obviously if you can possibly, get round toward pit, jump into pit, and then just take the duel with the Krieg from pit to site. Much easier to use than an AK, for example, in that sort of situation, despite the fire rate, because fire rate doesn't matter. You can just tap from that range. Slax will take down his fellow AWPer and Sensei, though, early on, so that's a good bit of confidence for Sprout early on. Cressy, stops engine as he creeps toward long. That means it's a free switch to an AK as well. Bomb is actually dropped toward long, and if Cressy pushed that, he actually would have found it, but as it is, he will retain the 5 versus 3, and Sangal have no choice but try and advance now toward middle. And comes a flash from Major. He will catch Spiddy as he makes his way through the smoke. A lot of damage done to Major, though. I think that might be enough. Soulfly gets 1. Okay, so he's recovered the bomb now toward long. Cressy did go hunting for that bomb, but Soulfly will punish him. And that recovers it into a 3 versus 3, despite the fact Major has taken that much damage. His round is still on. Slax will get another one with the AWP, and unfortunately Major has to reface on just 15 HP. He will manage to B-hop around the angle and recover the bomb as well. 18 seconds to go, though. What on earth can Sangal do in this situation? Surely you have to save here. And you've got Paz advancing all the way. He can just go for the frags here and try and win the round on frags alone. There's 10 seconds to go. Major, he drops the bomb in middle, and Faven can just run away. He knows where Paz is, and he knows he can waste down the time and win the round for Sprout. That is unfortunate for Sangal, just running out of time in the end. I think Major was looking for the frag in the end. I think they realised at the end of that round that they were only able to win it on frags alone. But in the end, Sprout clean it up. Thanks for the time. Major couldn't get near a bomb site quick enough, so they went for the frags. Paz almost made it happen, but not to be on this occasion. And now Sprout have the ability to go to that double AWP setup straight away. I believe they recovered they recovered 1, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Not entirely sure. Maybe they repurchased 2, because obviously there was 1 drop towards short of Sensei's. That did go down, so it's hard to say exactly. My memory fails me on that one, but shouldn't be a problem for Sprout in this round either way. Spiddy on the AUG, patrolling toward middle. Paz up now towards short. Lots of damage done to Vaven. Now there's a chance perhaps to make their way up. He'll smoke himself off. He might have a gap with that smoke, actually. Sangal are trying to make their way up past elbow. But Faven has fallen all the way back toward pit. So if they try and plant anywhere that's not short, he should have this AWP angle, and Sangal will recognise that. And Engine will get the bomb planted already. 4 versus 5. They do have Paz on his AK, of course, at least. And they do all have Kevlar. So this still could be possible. Paz looking to take the duel towards CT. Stacks on their secondary AWP. Will get taken down. And that's a good response. Cressy will now look to try and recover it. Paz always absolutely full blind by the flash from Faven, and that could be the round sealer. That's the gun out of Sangal's hands. Cressy gets a second as well. Engine peeking has a chance maybe, but he'll get spammed down, and they clean it up beautifully, do Sprout. Rals gets the final 2. And in the end, too many numbers for Sangal to deal with. I do believe this is Sprout's pick. I'm pretty confident. In fact, it's just been confirmed now, guys. So, Sprout's pick is Dust 2. This is this map. Sangal's pick is Inferno, which we have seen so often from them in the past. So, I probably should have guessed that anyway, you know. But, you know, I don't want to exactly tell you 100% correct information when it isn't 100% correct. So, as expected, though, this is Sprout's pick, with Sangal's pick of Inferno coming up next, and the decider of Mirage if we get that far. Aggression toward B tunnels for Soulfly to deal with. Slacks, oh, they try to fake out that secondary AWP shot, but Slacks does a great job in taking him down. Soulfly probably felt like he could have got both kills there, to be honest. If he swung straight away, little did he know, of course. But still. Soulfly will only get the 1-for-1. Slacks trades it, and Spiddy is going hunting toward middle now, pushing up alone, basically. Gets one, or Paz only just gets the trade. He's a bit lucky to get that, to be honest, because he was jumping on the barrel, and he managed to just spray him down in time, but Faven was there for the quick trade. They have made progress toward long, so they can cross the position, but they're going to just peek right past it. Oh, Major is at the top of the site and he can't get a frag. Looking to try and recover one to make it possible for Sensei, but now it's all down to Sangal's AWP player in a 1 versus 3. And look where the bomb is. This should be pretty impossible. Stacks will spot a leg. There's a leg shot. Sensei actually takes Cressy down, which is pretty remarkable. But he won't be able to get around the angle as he tries to grab the bomb, and Faven will take him down. So 6-1 for Sprout. Looking very good indeed. I'll update my command for you right now. Inferno picked by Sangal. Mirage is the decider. Excellent. We're back in. Oh, tags exchanged. I say tags exchanged. Only Major is the one to take damage there. Down to 20 HP. Of course, he doesn't have armor. This is just a half buy round for Sangal in this one. Plenty of utility. In fact, they've still got 6 flashes. Make that 7 flashes, actually. With still a minute 20 to go. So they're priming for something. And here we go. Smoke for the long corner. Flashes in to send these pistols out toward long. Cressy's about to have some pressure coming his way. Counter flashes will be helping out, but he's got Spiddy in support as well, and that's a double spray down for Spiddy. Cressy actually couldn't get one. Major does trade it, but Paz has made his way up past some short Molotov, and he will catch Slacks. Can he get a second headshot? Paz, or almost. That would have been the key frag, because now, with Sensei on 13 and Major on 20, that's 33 HP combined, with neither of them having armor. But it is a 2 versus 2, so if they play this one to the best of their ability, who knows what can happen. Straight through T-spawn, back toward B, of course. Faven has repositioned to put himself in a spot to stop those players on Sangal advancing toward the site. And here we go. He could about to have a couple of free frags. Actually misses that first shot with the AWP. Should get a second though. Does grab Sensei to the edge of the door. Little does he know he can peek with his pistol here and possibly get the final frag as well. Major looking to try and plant. Will fake it out, and actually Faven refuses to pull out his pistol. But they realise there's no time left for the plant, so there's a chance of maybe killing Major after time here. That would be bad for this half. He has to escape through the window. That's a smart play from Major, to be honest. The only thing he can do there is escape through the window to save that gun. And if he dies after time, he'll have no gun and 2,500 in the bank. So nothing that he can really do with that, apart from that save. Sensei on top of the railing toward T-spawn. He'll just catch Spiddy. What a nice pick that is. And because he was on top of that railing, he only got leg shot by Slacks, I believe. So that is just incredibly smart work. But look at Faven. Look at this play. Gets one. He won't go straight in for the second because Paz will now realise he hasn't checked the corner. So this could only be a 1-for-1 for Faven. Paz can clear this position up pretty easily. And he will, but only just. 12 HP remains. And Sangal are walking wounded right now, despite the fact they have this man advantage. Rouse will peek aggressively to recover that situation into a 3 versus 3. Now, Sensei alive, as I mentioned, on that 22 HP, jumping on that railing toward T-spawn to take that pick on the AWP. Meant he was only leg shot. Well, he did manage to pick Spiddy, so that's very small factors in this game that can make a big difference. Exclamation mark maps is now completely updated for you all, so if you want to see exactly what we're doing in this series, you will have it. Slacks on the back of the site toward A. The only one really to defend here at the moment, but there is a big flank coming in from Cressy, so Sangal needs to be fast, and Soulfly will just go straight through one of those CT smokes. That's actually pretty smart, because he was helped by that flash of engine to absolute perfection, but Cressy's flank is going to be so important, but he can only go 1-for-1. It's now all down to Slacks in the 1 versus 2. He's in position, they haven't planted the bomb in a position where he can deal with engine, so that's good plant spot there from engine to possibly keep this one alive, and eventually he will get the headshot. Sangal will get their second round, but only just. And if engine had planted anywhere other than that, Slack should have easily stolen the round away because time was low once again. Sangal have been really wasting the clock down quite low in this match so far on the T side, and that's basically the first time it's worked. Oh, Sensei will get another pick on his AWP. He's starting to show up now. He really is starting to show up now. And of course, the damage that's been done to Sprout's economy means that they're actually only on a FAMAS Deagle and M4 Org buy at this stage. Riles wants to look for something toward the B tunnels, but he doesn't really want to lose one of these rifles. And the damage done by Sangal is keeping them in this half for sure. Of course, this is Sprout's pick, so you would expect Sprout to win it. And Sangal to certainly run Inferno close, but to see how it goes. Paz, or little did he know if he sprayed the door there, maybe he would have gone a kill toward Faven. But not to be this time. Needs prime toward B though, with a minute on the clock. Sangal looking to go a little bit faster this time. Look at all these flashes and Molotovs coming in. They're going to absolutely load in the site with utility. Riles gets one. Can he get a second? Because he's absolutely full blind. They haven't traded it immediately though. They need it badly. Engine will find it just about as well. And some damage to the door towards Spiddy. And the 4 versus 3, despite the fact Faven is flanking, they're going to go full aggression here, our Sprout, to try and retake the site before the bomb's even been planted. And the madness is sorted out by Sensei. Very close indeed, but is dealt with in the end. In the end, they actually survived with 3 players alive. So Sprout committing those players in with that flank from Faven, trying to time the havoc, time the madness, while Sangal are distracted by Faven's flank. But it didn't work in the end, and that means that Sprout are now on a full eco, with Sangal hopefully on a free round here to grab 4. Of course, as I mentioned before the start of this game, for those of you who are with me, those of you who weren't with me, I should say, I'll repeat it again. Sangal yet to win a match in ESEA Premier in their group this season so far. Sprout are 2-1. The 2 leaders in their group are 3-1. So they're looking to join Double Pony and Blink on that 3-1 scoreline in this group. Oh, there's a USP stacked towards CT, though, and Major's already been dinked by it. They could look to pounce on this with a flashbang, and they will do exactly that, actually. Paz and Major will be ready for it, though. So many dinks coming through, but in the end, it's 4 kills for Paz. Easy ones against the USPs. Paz's in chat for that. I mean, it's not that impressive, but it's worth it for 4 kills. And he is top fragging for his team, 12 and 7 so far. Favon, he's bought himself a Nova in this round. It's a full buy for Sprout, and I can't remember the last time I saw a full buy in Counter-Strike with a Nova in tow. But I mean, look what it's done. It's afforded him full utility. Unfortunately, he's going to get spammed down by Soulfly quite a lot, so I'm actually a little bit disappointed. I would have liked to see how that Nova got on while on full HP, but he's going to have to reposition and play close again. Is he really going to get a couple of frags here? He's completely blind, looking for one, but he can't get it. I mean, in the end of the day, he just missed the shot there. If he hits the shot, that's the kill from that range. But the Nova gets 0. Also repositioned toward the back of B, though. Major's going to go straight through that smoke, and that should give an opening frag. Oh, good damage done, though, to Riles, and he's getting hugely pressured by 2 players coming in through window, but he somehow gets that frag, and now Sensei has to trade, but he has to trade on an AWP. Do they know how low he is? Clearly not, because they're not using the pistol. Riles with another huge round for Sprout here. Paz will finally trade it, and it is a 2 versus 2. They have Engine lurking in middle as well, but there's a flank coming in from tunnels. This is going to be a big round for these two sides. Sangal need it to stay in touch. Cressy could have the timing toward Engine here, and he will do. Oh, so much damage done to both these two players. 3 and 11 HP. Slacks will run in and finish it off, though. Help out his teammate. Now it's all down to Paz on the B site with the AWP recovered. Should get the first because Cressy's in that spot. Fully open, but the flashbang is perfect. Didn't even sit when he peeked, but he gets the frag. Now it's all down to Slacks, and he gets both kills. Paz with 8 frags in 2 rounds. And that is a humongous one for Sangal and their confidence in this best of 3. Even if they go on to lose this game, that is great to see Paz hitting shots early on. And of course it forces Sprout down to pistols once again. That is most definitely Paz's. Absolutely. Poggers for Paz's. The flash was so good as well from Sprout. You literally, as soon as you swapped to Paz's POV, he was absolutely full blind as soon as he took a little peek toward tunnels. But unluckily for him, he could hide once again and play out the clutch. And play out the clutch perfectly as well. Now, Sangal just need to find their way past these pistols. 2 Deagles, a CZ. Plenty of flashbangs to Sprout. I mean, more flashes than I think I could ever imagine. Plenty of utility as well. But Paz, goodness gracious me, he is on an absolute tear right now. That's 8 plus 3. That's 11 kills in 3 rounds so far. And this should mean a 6th for Sangal. Sangal completing this one comfortably. Not taking any risks here, using the flashes toward long still. And actually, Cressy and Slacks do have those flashes still available on the CT side, but Paz is looking for an ace. And he's only going to go and get it. Paz with the anti-eco 5k. You know how I said it was 11 kills in 3 rounds? Make that 5 kills. You know, 5 plus 8. 13 kills in 3 rounds. Pretty nutty, if you say so myself. Sprout looking to try and hit back and take down the raid boss at his powers. I mean, just look at the scoreline. 21-7. He's the only one going positive on his team. Look at the difference in points as well. 48-20. Pretty ridiculous. Cressy's once again in this close cubby position toward long. Gets one, but not two. Good trade from Engine. Soulfly, the entry, of course, will go down first. The trade is at least completed. Paz is still alive, so this round's over for Sprout, surely. Ha ha ha. 2 AWPs for Slacks and Favon as well. Oh, and Slacks will miss his shot and get punished by Major through that CT smoke. Favon, though, on the glass cannon AWP will help out Spiddy and catch Paz on that rotation. So that Paz is out of the round. Will Sangal still manage to be able to win it? Sprout do have a defuse kit on Spiddy, and they have a bit of utility as well. Smokes, flashes. This is very doable indeed. They're going to go in from this one for sure. Spiddy possibly boosting his AWP up as well. Favon looking to see over the top of that smoke. But Sangal are refusing to budge. Sensei looking ready to pounce. There are no flashes or anything for this team. Sensei gets one, but not two, but it baits Major in. Can Major complete this 1 versus 2? They're not going to check his position. There's one, and the AWP shot of Favon is missed. He's glass cannon, of course. Can Favon get it? He's not going to be able to pick up the kit anyway, so I think this is a Sangal round. Leg shot comes in, and Major! He still gets the frag anyway. How cheeky is that? Oh my goodness. Sangal, what a great recovery in this half this has been. Everyone goes down. But Major, the hero once again, wins out the round for Sangal. And we're back even at 7-all. Major now on the auto sniper as well, looking to try and dack these players down middle. So much damage being done to Favon. Down to 38 HP. And Sensei's actually going in for a duel here straight away. That is ballsy. You can understand why with that auto sniper. Maybe there was some hesitation toward middle. That is quite often the play you see come in. But the AWP first? I reckon if it's an AK, they take that FAMAS down. And Favon can recover this as well. So a free upgrade for Sprout. The flash of Sangal dropping towards CT, taking the elbow position toward A. There's only a scout here to face. Spiddy gets one through the smoke, but Paz should be able to tap down Slacks, and does. And now they're looking for more duels towards CT. Major just catches Spiddy on the edge of that CT smoke. That CT smoke has been the MVP for Sangal in this half so far. I feel like they've gotten so many cheeky frags surrounding it. Major Paz is going to go in for another duel. Just destroys Rals, but the Molotov spreads. And posthumously, Rals takes him down. 2 versus 2. Engine on 60 HP. Major on 20. 80 HP combined. No defuse kit for Sprout. Major spots Favon towards short. Can he get the shot? He can. Easy burst for him. Now it's all down to Cressy, and I think he's been spotted toward long. Engine gets the frag. And Sangal, from what I believe was 6-1 behind, win the half 8-7. How about that? This is Sprout's pick, let me remind you. But Sangal are in this game. No shadow of a doubt there. Straight into the second half. No hesitation. It's a pretty similar buy for Sprout as it was for Sangal. This time Cressy, though, has a Molotov to work with. I'll be interested to see where he decides to use that one. Oh, a goosh ready from Slacks to Major. That takes him down to 43. He's about to get fought by Favon as well. So much damage coming in. Somehow Major gets away. How? I don't know. If he gets any frags this round, they'll be kicking themselves on the Sprout side. Major now stuck in the CT cubby as well. Engine will try and bait him in. Wants a couple of frags of his own. Gets one on the P2000. We've seen a few tweets and stuff about the P2000 lately. About why on earth would you use it. But Engine proving it's pretty decent still. He is to play with a diffuse kit, of course, as well. And that solitary flashbang remaining. Sprout have completely gone static across the map. wasting down the clock. Paz is going to go hunting, and he spots Slacks toward long and hold the angle and just pre-fire it perfectly. What an easy guess that was. And Major does get one kill with that low HP where he should have been taken down earlier. Riles with a beautiful pick toward Engine on the P250. He does have the Kevlar available, but Paz is still here. Another frag for Paz, looking to maybe get the last as well. He's helped out by Major on that low HP. The Molotov won't touch him. There's going to be a boost coming in the end to try and clear this one up. Paz desperately wants it. Sensei probably want a couple of kills of his own. But Cressy, 23 HP. He should get caught in the back by Soulfly. Easy headshot for him. And Sangal take the CT pistol in a situation where it didn't look like they could even get close. Because the way Major got caught near Xbox, I really thought that was him out of the round. But in the end, him staying alive is so big to that round. That's remarkable stuff. Sprout not choosing to go in for the force, of course. They did not get the bomb planted. Slacks, the only one buying up with that scout. It can always be worth it on Dust 2. Possibly the only map, maybe along with Train, where it's worth buying a scout on the second round in this sort of situation and putting your economy right down. Sangal looking to farm with the 2 MP9s. And Paz, my good man Paz, is up to 25-9. If Sangal can somehow nick this map away from Sprout, which is Sprout's pick, don't forget, I am quite confident in Sangal's Inferno, to be honest. I'll be curious to see how this one goes, for sure. As I mentioned earlier, Sprout, they do have a 2-1 record in the ESEA Premier Group they're in this season. It's Blink and Double Pony with a 3-1 record. So they're looking to join them on that scoreline. Whereas Sangal have yet to get off the mark yet. They have not won a best of 3 in their 2 matches so far. Both losses. We saw one against Double Pony. I casted that one too. And now, actually, Sprout are going to completely split the B site, and Major's not expecting that whatsoever. Paz needs this frag. He gets it. That's his 26th. I'm going to keep counting them as he gets them. And now, with Sprout on the site, with positions gained, Cressy, sure, is 9 HP, but there's a great chance here for a cheeky Sprout round. Soulfly up close to the smoke. He knows he's being peppered. That will mean Paz has a chance to retake. Look at this Incendiary. It's going to be perfectly placed. They're going to burn out Favon here. Another frag for Paz. 27. And now, the MP9 of Soulfly will clear up 2 players. Beautiful stuff. And they know where Riles is. Sensei gets the last as well. Kit should get on the bomb. Paz has a kit. He gets on it. More points for Paz. And Sangal actually do survive with 4 players alive there, which is incredibly good for their economy going ahead. And that looked dangerous for a second. Major be a bit upset with himself that he let that one slip. But at the moment, it's just plainly the Paz show. You can get kills with FAMASs, MP9s, Molotovs. Whatever you give him, it works out for them. Next opportunity to say thank you everyone for the follows and the support. I really do appreciate it. A lot of fans for both these teams in chat, obviously. And I do really appreciate all the follows you've put forward. And thanks for the support on the stream in general. Getting some good numbers this afternoon, or this evening. Pause cancelled. And Sprout have their full buy available. Slacks is on his AWP, but he is lacking a helmet, so that could make him very susceptible to these MP9s and FAMASs, especially. This is the bonus buy, of course, for Sangal. I mean, they did manage to survive with 4 alive last round, so they keep the 2 MP9s and a FAMAS as well. Who's coming in toward lower tunnel to maybe take that pick towards short can be so effective. It's funny on Dust 2 how you can boost toward lower tunnel and you can boost toward short to fight the same angle. So you can fight boost on boost sometimes. But this time neither one will see anything. Big shadow advantage for Engine in long doors. Cressy goes down. And that's a free AK upgrade as well for Engine. Sprout giving away that pick for free. No flash for that long doors position. Costs Cressy his life. And then we go toward middle for Sprout. This is probably their best choice, considering the time on the clock, but that Molotov is really good. Look at this, it's burning people in the corner. Paz picks for one. So much damage to the second as well. Fathom down to 2 HP. Paz at least managing to go 1 for 1. That's something. I believe that's 28 kills for him now. They're going to go straight through the CT smoke, and Fathom will easily take that one away. Of course, they do have a player in tunnels and Sensei. Straight through the smoke. We just saw the end of that. Somehow managed to get that tag towards Biddy, and he's doing more damage to Slack. This is dirty stuff from Sensei on the scout. Soulfly trying to rush down the planter and Fathom as well. He has no time to get it down. Free AK upgrade. Free AWP upgrade for Sangal. Everything that could go in their favour is going in their favour right now. Free guns, free rounds, 11-7. Sprout, once again, down to pistols. This is some fantastic stuff from Sangal at the moment. How many rounds is that in a row now? Was it 6-1 or was it 7-1? Knowing what Counter-Strike is like, it was probably 7-1 to be honest. But still, if it was 7-1, that is 10 rounds in a row, including T rounds and CT rounds. So this is some fantastic stuff at the moment from Sangal, really locking down this situation. The fact they got 3 upgrades in the last round as well is just so superb. Paz, 28 kills. Is he about to be flashed in toward long? This could be dirty. Look at this lineup he could have right now. Major gets 1, sprays in the smoke and gets a second as well. Sensei will look to support. Paz gets 1, does get traded this time. But Major was always going to be there. And Riles will get stopped in mid by Engine. So there's the 12 confirmed that we suspected. Major will take Spiddy toward lower tunnel, so that's another piece of aggression Sprout are just not ready for. And Sprout just haven't been ready for a lot of stuff, I feel like, so far in this game, honestly. Last 4 tunnels is spotted by Soulfly, so that's a little bit of information for Sangal to work with, but little do they know it's only Riles in the tunnels right now. He'll deploy some of his utility, and Sprout are looking ready to creep up long, but Sangal at the moment have 3 players still around the A site. Well, looking to take this duel, will actually win it toward Paz. That's basically the first duel that Paz has lost, it feels like, in this game so far. And Fathom and Cressy will catch players as they fall back as well. The fake was sold so beautifully there by Riles. It means that Cressy can take the duel towards CT from A site. And that just leaves Soulfly remaining. And he'll look to probably try and save this AK-47. Sangal will be able to buy next round with this AK, so it is an important save. I doubt Sprouts will hunt too much because they need to build up their economy. They've been struggling for a good while now. The bomb will explode, and Sprout will finally get a T round on the board. That puts them just 4 behind, so they're by no means out of this one just yet. But it does put them in a very, very good spot right now. This does give Sprout a lifeline for sure. Mostly due to the fact that, I mean, They needed a T round for some confidence, I would say. And Sangal have committed to the double AWP setup now. And if there's a map for it, Dust 2 is one of them. Major is on that secondary alongside Sensei. There are 3 defuse kits available, but Sprout have already made their way out toward middle. Has Paz been spotted? He needs a flashbang. Will he get the timing? Soulfly will go for the duel. Surely Paz will peek on timing here. Goes for one, gets one, and then Soulfly peeks to help out. Beautiful teamwork from Sangal. Slacks will trade it, and they know Paz is low. Surely Fabian gets this frag. He does. So that's this game and this round back into a 3 versus 3. Major rotates round though toward window, gets one on the AWP. He knows that Slacks is now the last player alive with that AWP. Slacks going aggressive for this one. He knows he needs to make a play here. But Major, so smart, just hiding in the smoke, not giving Slacks anything to work with. And Sensei in the end will rotate in and take him down through the doors. So the patience from Sangal is so good. (13-8). Sangal regain their 5-round lead. Pause will be cancelled. We're about to get underway once again. Of course, Sangal, they're a little bit behind on the economy with Soulfly only on the MP9, but does it really matter when you've got Paz going 30-13? What a disgusting KD that is. Disgusting in a good way. Disgusting can mean good in this scenario. Sensei again will just take a dry duel as well. Well, not a dry duel. He's helped up by the major flashbang, but still. It takes down his fellow AWP of Slacks. Cleanly. And it will be recovered by Fabian to try and retake that duel. Major, though, again, the AWPs on Sangal are just doing so much work right now. They can't find a way to get past them at the moment. Sprout... they are using their utility, but at the moment, the AWPs are too strong for the Turkish boys. And of course, one Austrian boy. Engine will re-smoke long. 11 assists so far in this game for him. Don't forget, flash assists do count on ESEA, and that's a dirty nade from Paz, just upping his ADR even further. Every single one of the 3 remaining players on Sprout tagged by that grenade, and now he's in position to defend this site. How many more can he get? Sensei is here to help out as well, and they do not have a second portion of a smoke to get past that angle. Cressy trying to work with that gap, but it's not going to give him anything. Sensei gets another one, and now it's only Rolls and Fathom remaining. Major will get caught, but it's not going to matter because Paz gets his 31st kill of the game. And he's looking for his 32nd as well. Rolls creeping up. Paz will swing. Gets the dink. Looking for the damage. Rolls, will he give it to him? I think he's refusing. Engine is one to take it. Paz not being too greedy. But that was technically a 30-second kill. Do you want to give him 32 for that? Just, why not? But still, Sprout. It's only really been Rolls and Fathom to do such great work for them on this first map of the series, I feel like. Maybe they were a little bit cold, perhaps. Who knows? Sangal needed this victory badly, and they're getting off to a very good start. Of course, as I mentioned, this is Sprout's map pick, and we're just going to be rushing straight in toward B here. How many is Soulfly going to get? 1, 2, 3. Oh, almost 3. Damage to Fathom only. They can recover their M4 towards Spiddy on the 70 HP, and they do have the B site because Soulfly was actually the only one there. Decent defense from him, though. And now they have a sniff of a hope. Sangal have 2 AWPs on a retake. That is not ideal. Molly will burn out Cressy though, and Paz actually gets that frag. Make that a second. Paz is just absolutely nutty. Fathom will swing well on the Mac 10, but he's the last one remaining. And the grenade from Sensei finishes it off. Sangal are on a tear, and they're on a beautiful tear as well. These retakes, these CT holds have been absolutely beautiful stuff to witness. And they are now on map point to steal the map pick away from Sprout. Oh, and Major, he'll catch Slacks as well. That's absolutely remarkable. They just haven't been able to do anything against these AWPs of Sangal. Even Major on that secondary has just been so powerful. And that's just a disgusting way to clear out Slacks out of this game. I say out of this game. It is out of this round, but is it out of this game? Soulflow looks like he wants to go through this smoke as well, and that's going to be a huge amount of information if he does go through it. There's no one toward B tunnels. That means that Sprout, their positioning should be known. Major has even cleared out lower as well. Smoke coming in toward middle, so that's something at least to work with. But again, do you really expect Soulfly on toward the B tunnels? Thankfully, at least, that is not where Sprout are going. They are choosing the right site right now. Paz, 33 and 13. Nice tap from Cressy though. That's Sensei out of the round. What a beautiful shot that was. That is completely blindsided the AWP. But Paz is now rotating through that Molotov towards short and he's looking to help out. Everyone from Sprout is here though. Engine, he goes in for one and Paz is cleared up by Rails. The raid boss is taken down. And now, with Major and Soulfly, they are close, so they will be going for this one. The grenade could do some damage, but no. A boost, perhaps, to get Major on the AWP to maybe deny this bomb plant, but it's just not quick enough. But it does at least take Rels down. The low HP is dealt with. Faven now looking to defend. Will he be able to do much in this situation? Soulfly, oh, he does the damage, but nothing more than that. And now Major knows he's stuck between long and sight. Can he get his pistol out and deal with this player on the site before he gets dealt with toward long? He's actually in that smoke right now, but the gun barrel should be spotted. Spiddy, he's right there, my friend. And he'll take him down. Sprout, stay in the game. 9 on the board. Keep themselves alive. V-Visor speaking to James there. Very, very nice comments of you there, to be fair, mate. No, it is hard to keep the chat in English, but, you know, you can't help it. End of the day, I'll just probably put it in slow mode later, if it gets a bit too out of hand. That round does put Sangal on an eco, and Cressy's already taken the duel toward Paz, toward Pit, and he'll absolutely blindside him, so nothing for Paz on this round. That is... I'm guessing that's a fake for the hinge smoke on mid doors. So often you see that smoke come in. I doubt he's just chucked that down for no reason in that situation. So, to be fair, I would say that could be a planned idea there from Spiddy. Because Slacks still has the angle from top of middle. Unfortunately, Slacks has not had much luck in so far in this game. 9 and 21 for him. He's been totally dealt with by Sensei and Major, it feels like. Major gets caught out in the Molotov toward car, but still takes Slacks. I mentioned how Slacks hasn't had much luck. I mean, that kind of proves it right there. In the end, though, the shots from Engine on the site could still do some decent amount of damage. If he takes Faven down, he has got a 1 versus 1 to work with, and there we go. And he knows where Spiddy's coming from as well. Can Engine finish off this game? Spiddy only has 4 HP to find, and he just about manages it. Engine making that one very close indeed. 3 on the round for him, but Sprout recover and get double digits. So we've got some nice people in the chat who are looking to, you know, help out against the bad people. We love to see that. This is a buy round from Sangal, I should say, and Slacks has finally turned up in this game. Better late than never. He gets 2 frags through mid. I say through mid. One of them was through the doors. One of them was a clean kill. And now, since they had a couple of frags toward long as well, Sensei and Engine do answer back. It's actually a 3 versus 3, so that is a kind of ridiculous situation. We're covered. Jump throw flash will come in from Rars. Bounces your player model off the corner of lower a little bit. And now Cressy will go in for the duel. Or Sensei's going to get completely caught out. Engine can't trade it as well. He's low, and Cressy gets both kills. Paz will at least answer back, but he's in a 1 versus 2. But of course, you would not put anything past Paz so far in this game. What can he do in this situation? I don't believe there's a defuse kit anywhere close by, so he's just have to go straight through this smoke with 2 flashes. Jumping down towards CT. Can he get the first kill? He does. Faven goes down, and now he's got a clean 1 versus 1 against Cressy. Who wins this round out? Cressy's not in the best of spots. He can be pre-fired toward the corner. Paz is convinced he's still toward the site. He'll shoot 1 bullet to mark his footsteps. Goes for the duel, but Cressy swings in good timing. And Sprout stay alive even further. That puts Sangal down to pistol armor. This is getting interesting now. Hey, Bowen. Nice to see you, dude. Yeah, some decent numbers today. I think it's probably because, you know, there's no Pro League going on. Biggest reason, for sure. Which team do I support? I mean, I like G2 quite a lot. Mostly down to Jax. I like OG as well, to be fair. Could be a clean-up for Cressy. 1, 2, almost a third, but Sensei will fall back around the angle. And yeah, I do like G2, I do like OG. I have soft spots for many individual players, like Shox, for instance. But I wouldn't say, you know, like I'm a pure Vitality supporter. Oh, Spiddy actually almost loses that duel to Major, but gets away with it in the end. Faven will also take a dink, but Sprout is cleaning this one up pretty nicely. Rounds will even get caught while jumping by Soulfly, but he'll still hit the headshot with the Galil. Yeah, and I also like Fnatic as well, for sure, right now. Considering the roster changes they've made, they've got a few players which I supported before they were in Fnatic, so it's nice to see. Or it'll be interesting to see if they do well, / better. Pause coming in. And it's an important one as well. Can Sprout stay alive even further? Can they push this closer to overtime? Or can Sangal nab this map pick of Sprouts away and send us to Inferno with a 1-0 lead? They do have Sensei's AWP available, of course. This time, just the glass cannon though. That's how bad their economy really was. And it has been pressured now by Sprout. Flash coming in from Paz. This should help him with a bit of entry toward long. There's one, looking for a second, but Engine helps him out. And here's a 5 versus 3 to work with if you're Sangal. Already though, the bomb is in the B tunnel, so this was just a complete ruse from Sprout. They're preparing to go up against Soulfly right now. They're behind this smoke with the bomb. Flashes looking to be primed soon. Soulfly, if he waits for that smoke to fade, he could get blindsided. He needs to get himself into a cubby quickly. He will just about make it. Does he have an angle? He does. Drops the bomb, but he can only get a second. Now it's time for the 2 players on the site to do something about it. Major will get flashed in, but Slacks hits the shot. That's another important frag. Major trying to be helped out there by some utility, but it doesn't really work out. And Sprout have the site. Paz is looking to lurk in from tunnels, but Slacks is looking to watch for it. Paz needs this frag, but he can't get it. The AWP is doing all the work right now, and Sprout is staying alive. This was a 3v5. They don't have a defuse kit, and Sensei on that glass cannon AWP obviously does not have a defuse kit on him either. This is not looking good. Engine will be spotted, but no, Sensei, now the last one left. Engine taken down by Slacks. Slacks has turned up at the end of this game. He was struggling for so long, but now surely Sensei can't afford to go for this. He'll peek anyway, but it's a 4K from Slacks, seen from every single POV, basically, as he takes them down. And Sangal, this is looking scary now. You have to sort of half buy here and save for the final round of the game. Round 30 could be guaranteed here. And Soulfly tagged on the cross as well. Sensei gets one as he finds himself in a bit more of an advanced position, but he is traded straight away by Spiddy. And if Sprout are careful, they should have no problem confirming round number 30. And who knows, possibly overtime. It's been a fantastic opening map. Paz gets one though on the scout. Paz has been so ridiculous. And Engine's got another frag as well. This is getting interesting now. Cressy and Rels remaining 3 versus 2. Would this be the round that Sangal wins? It would just be the way Counter-Strike works, wouldn't it? Rels needs this duel toward Engine, but another tag from the scout is coming through. Soulfly will finally be found by Cressy, but he was the player who was tagged. 2 versus 2. They can rotate the bomb round, but it might be into the clutches of Paz. There's 50 seconds to go. Paz will be on B, and it'll be Engine on A. Rels in that position, but he misses the shot. Now it's all down to Paz on this scout. He's been the king of this game for Sangal. What can he do in this situation? He's got a deagle and a scout. He can make some magic happen here without a shadow of a doubt. 37 and 18. Is he about to drop the bomb toward long? He gets the information. He hits the shot. That's the bomb down with 30 seconds to go. Rels is quite disconnected from the action because they thought they had the A site. And he's managed to recover the AWP as well. Could this be the game for Paz? He's only gone and done it. 39 to 18. Paz is a